Not gonna answer.
I had to call her back the second time after it went to voicemail. I think she kind of screens her phone calls.
Please leave your.
Let's try again. Try again.
A lot of these people they don't recognize the phone calls, just the number, they don't pick them up. Especially when they see
I don't
Harris,
answer the phone
when
now.
they see Harris County.
I rarely even answer the phone now too.
Hello?
Is this Miss Ray?
Yes.
Hi, Miss Ray. My name is David Fleischer. I'm the judge in Harris County Court 5.
Oh, okay. Hi.
And I've got your son with me now.
Okay.
And I'm quite concerned.
Okay.
Do you have a moment to talk?
Yes.
You know, my concern is he's living on the street and it's taking him down a dark path.
Right.
I want to get him off.
So do I. He's bipolar and he's not taking his medication. So, he kind of listens to me some of the time and then he doesn't.
And is that why he just ends up leaving?
He does a lot of walking. Yeah, that's one of the reasons, yes. He'll come in and out of the house day and night, walking.
What do you say if, we have him on probation on a case here. We put him into a dual diagnosis residential facility and he was doing great. And the problem is he gets out and he was living at the Salvation Army and something happened in the Salvation Army and everything just went haywire after that. We have him doing, what we want, the roadmap is that we want him to do intensive outpatient treatment followed by supportive outpatient treatment so that we know he's not using any kind of, illegal drugs and he continues to take his medication. The problem is that I don't want to just put him out on the street.
Okay, I understand that.
Is it possible that if we leave him with you, is that okay?
Yeah, I would just like him to, get back get into his own housing and maybe get on his medication. But yes, he could stay here for now.
What I'd like to do, and hey, ma'am, can you bring up Mr. Ray? Yeah. What I'd like to do is I will amend.
And then
So what we're going to do is I'm going to amend his probation so that he has a curfew. So he's not out in the middle of the night
Okay,
and that he has to take his medication.
okay.
If I put an ankle monitor, will they pay for it? I don't care. Like, at least let's see if we can order it. And if they'll pay for it, let's do it. And then I'll,
What time do you want to put on?
Is he capable of working, Miss Ray?
He would be if he was on his medication. My problem has been that he will not take the medication because he doesn't believe he needs it. That he's really, he gets irritable and short if he's not taking that medication.
No, I know.
So, I think that's why he was able to get jobs, but he might just walk out to take a cigarette and just decide he's not going to go back. He never had a problem getting a job. It's just keeping it, but he has to have the medicine. He has to take his medicine.
I'm certainly going to admonish him that he must continue to take the medication. It will be a part of his probation. And that what we'll do is that if he starts messing around with him, we'll just keep putting him back in custody.
Okay.
And just try to use that as a motivation for him to keep taking it. Mr. Ray, guess who I'm on the phone with? Say hi to Mom.
Hi, Mom. How you doing?
Can you hear him?
Mom, you hear me?
Hey,
Hey, how you doing? Good morning.
I hear you.
She cares for you. And what I want, Mr. Ray, is to find you a place. And the only way I'm going to do it is on 2 conditions. Number one, and most importantly, that you take the medication. You need it. And when you take it, good things happen. When you don't take it, what happens? You start wearing orange again. And it's over, and it's over, and it's over. And I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 criminal cases here to prove it. When you don't take the medication, bad things happen and you end up in jail. When you take it, the world is in your palms. Anything can happen when you take it. You have to continue. The other thing is that I'm giving you a curfew. I don't want you out in the middle of the night. Do you understand?
Sir,
Do you want me to let you out on jail?
sir,
What I'm going to do is I'm going to extend you, and I'm telling you now, the next time you mess with us by not taking your medication, picking up a new case, or if you're mean to your mother, I'm just going to file a motion to revoke your probation. And then we will continue this game until you successfully complete the probation. I'm extending you now for another year.
probation,
Yes, because I want you. The most important thing in your life that you need to do at this time is you have to get a job. Your mother and your father will not be here for the rest of your life. What's going to happen when they pass? You're going to have no one. And if you don't have a steady job with some kind of income, you're going to go nowhere in life. You'll end up broke on the street, missing teeth.
Yeah, dude.
Really. What you're doing now, Mr. Ray,
sir,
what you're doing now is you're trying to set yourself up for the future. Do you understand? Can you get it done?
sir.
Mom,
Yeah,
did you get the phone number for the lawyer, for
I
Carl?
did.
Okay,
Yeah.
that will be your point of contact for me. If you ever have any issues that Mr. Ray starts acting up, all you have to do is call Carl and he will get a hold of me and then I'll take care of business for you.
Okay.
So
Okay.
you have a direct line to me so that if you ever need me for any reason, he starts acting up, all you have to do is let me know and I'll take care of it for you. You must listen and follow her rules. I don't care what you think of them. Otherwise, you know what happens. You have any questions?
No, sir.
I'm going to put a monitor on your ankle so I know where you are at all times. If you take off and just leave, a motion to revoke is going to be filed. And I'm telling you now, I will not take the time served. We are going to continue doing this until you successfully complete the probation. My goal is to have you working in a job for a long time. That's the goal. And when you can do that, and when you can show me that, one, you're taking your medication constantly, and number two, that you've got a good job and that you've stayed there for a while, I'll take you off. That's the idea, so that you can be there and have a future for yourself. Do you have any questions?
No, sir.
That's it.
You are bonds?
Yeah.
So I'm gonna give him a bond today. He's,
Okay.
how is he gonna get to your house? Do you have any way, where do you live? Do you live here in Houston?
I live in Kingwood.
Kingwood? I don't have someone that can take him to your house, though. My only issue
Okay.
is,
All right.
I would like to release him to your custody so we know that he actually goes with you. Is that possible?
Okay. Yes, I can come down and pick him up.
Wonderful. So we will do release instructions that he's only allowed to be released to mom. I'm not going to play this game again with you. We're giving you another chance. All I'm asking you to do is make me proud. Can you get it done?
Sir.
All right, make me proud. Okay. All right, Carl.
Thank you.
Got it. Thank you so much for taking my call, Miss Ray.
Thank you so much, Judge,
Yes.
for being such a caring. I
Well,
like that. Thank you so much.
I hope it,
appreciate it.
I hope it works. And if it doesn't, just call me. We'll keep doing this until it works,
Okay. Okay.
Okay. Thank you, man.
Thank you so much. Have a
Take
good
care.
day.
You too. No, sure. No. Baby steps.
I
And
know.
then,
I
would you
understand.
mind letting her know that he's probably going to be released like 8 hours? just in case. And then that way they can hopefully try to coordinate when.
Thank you, Judge.
Thanks, Carl. Okay. It's 2 weeks, stake to eval.
Yes, Judge. We talked to Herman this morning about if he would like, if he'd be interested in applying for our DWI program, just given the defendant's criminal history, he would have to apply through Nathan.
So
All his
you're,
cases have been dismissed, so it's usually, and he's under 1.5 and it's not an accident,
but your eval is that you think it's still good for trial or what?
I mean, we can, if you'd like to set it for trial, Judge, we can set it for trial.
I haven't got an offer before today, and now if the court allows, if Mr. Forbes, I haven't discussed the mitigation packet with Mr. Forbes. We did discuss PTI, he would accept the PTI, but we didn't discuss mitigation, because I was still waiting, because I wasn't anticipating mitigation with all just 2 prior dismissals. Yeah, and it wasn't PTI dismissals, it was straight dismissals. So I could, if the court would allow me to talk to Mr. Forbes and give him a couple weeks.
No, it's 180 days,
I
Herman.
understand, Judge. I mean, I have
And
never
he's here.
been, I don't have an offer. It was the first time I got any indication of a mitigation was needed on a .13. So, and I've never gotten an offer.
So he has a prior DWI in our county that was a straight dismissal. I'm seeing another prior DWI from 2012 out of Anahuac that was dismissed pursuant to a PTI. So just because of that, it would be.
I mean, he's already had a PTI
It's,
dismissal.
according to my client, that's not,
Right.
it's not the
So-
case. It's not the case. And I mean, we can get the Anahuac judgment. I mean, they're making it, they don't have the actual, just it looks like it. They don't have anything to confirm that it was a PTI. My client is telling me it was a straight dismissal. And he had a straight dismissal here.
I can reach out to the county.
No, but no. It's 180 days. It's time to decide what we're going to do. So come up, Mr. Forbes.
It's difficult when I don't have an offer previous to today to advise my client. Because I was just asking for,
Been around the block,
no, I understand.
what the offers are normally going to be.
But
So
I thought it was gonna be a straight PTI offer if they did it, because it was a 1.3 and the previous cases were dismissed.
if he has 2 prior DWI dismissals, you got to anticipate they're probably going to want a mitigation packet. I
Yeah,
mean,
I think well,
look,
Nathan, usually when it's a case that's been dismissed, Judge, it's on non-PTI, it's an automatic.
not, the other thing, I'd be careful what you wish for, because if they see that it's a PTI dismissal, he probably wouldn't even be eligible for a PTI.
Yes,
You know
that's
what I mean?
fine.
So, all
That-
right, Mr. Forbes, so your case is old. It's time to make a decision on what you want to do. They have a PTI program where if you are granted entry into and you complete it successfully, the case gets dismissed. When you are facing a more aggravated DWI, they make you do what's called a mitigation packet, which is you have to do more as far as to get entry into the program, right? And the better you do your application, the more you provide, the more likelihood you have that they'll grant you entry, right?
Judge, I'll just reach out to, for the court, I'll just reach out to Nathan today and just say, or tomorrow, he doesn't like, but to make sure he even wants a mitigation. Nathan might be in the position, like, if he has, if they're actual, if he had a PTI before, I'm not gonna give him another one before, again. So I can represent to the court that.
I'll give you a week, come back and let me know in a week what you want to do.
Does this appear, because he doesn't live in
No,
Houston.
yeah. Oh, where do you live?
Live in Dayton.
How far is
Texas,
Dayton from here?
About 45 minutes.
So yeah,
I mean, you need to start working on the packet is what you need to start doing. So I'll let Herman explain to you what that is.
we talked about it, yes.
So you need to get working on it. Regardless, we're going to need him to do a TRAS. So I guess let's do this. I'll give you 2 weeks.
Okay,
Okay, he's got to have the packet done by then.
okay,
We'll have him come back and we'll send him to do a TRAS.
okay.
Okay,
And can I ask the state to give you an offer in lieu of, if Mr. Beadle does not give us a PTI?
I'm going to tell you now, Herman, I'm going to be very hard pressed as with 2 prior dismissals with the time served.
No, I'm just asking for offers, Judge.
If you can put an offer,
But
an alternative.
what if, wait, I hear what you're saying. I can understand that you feel that way, but what if they were both straight dismissals as opposed to one a PTI?
It keeps happening.
Yes, but he's been
happening.
innocent he's been not guilty the 2 other times. I mean, Judge, so you're penalizing a person for the cops arresting someone when they were not guilty of something. I mean, if the state decided,
I don't know that.
well, the state did, because they said that he was not guilty, they dismissed it.
I'm not gonna, I don't want to get into this now.
No,
So,
but I'm confused as to if the state dismisses the two cases on two separate occasions, and they feel they couldn't prove the case beyond a reasonable doubt. And I'm not saying if one was a PTI, I can understand the judge's concern if one was a PTI. I totally get it. But if they say, hey, we don't feel he was guilty of these, he's now getting penalized on one that he may or may not be guilty of.
are you saying was one of them a PTI dismissal?
We just have in our record. Out of county. Ours was
On my phone.
I looked on the Chambers County District Clerk's website, and for this defendant, it looks like on that date that's in our records, they have a charge for a failure to control speed, Class C charge, so not DWI. So I don't know if it was reduced down to that from DWI, or I don't.
Can you pull up a full NCIC and then we'll do that workup? And in the interim, you guys do what you want to do, whether you want to
And
do it.
I'm not trying to like discount.
I'm never going to begrudge you for
Yeah, yes,
relentlessly,
Okay, cool.
you know, advocating.
Yeah.
It's great and I
Okay,
love it.
Okay.
So really,
Oh,
you're
yeah, I understand.
never going to hurt my feelings.
Okay.
So, but at the same time, understand, I'm not
Okay.
going to reward someone for continuing to pick up DWIs
Absolutely.
over
That's,
and over and over.
I wouldn't, as a
Doesn't work
citizen, I
like
wouldn't
that
want that
in
either.
life. Got to understand, the older you get, you have to know better, right? And my concern is, you know, how many times have you not been? Right? That's my concern. So regardless, we'll give you 2 weeks. If you want to go the PTI route, you have to have the packet done by then. We'll bring you back. We'll send you for a TRAS, which is an evaluation everybody has to go through. If you don't want to do that, be ready to either set up a trial or the alternate offer, and then we can discuss that. in the
Yes, sir.
interim.
Thank you very much.
In the interim, can you please do a thorough search as far as criminal history so we can,
Yes, sir.
yeah, okay.
Can we go to?
Gentlemen, go ahead.
Herman,
Sir.
we love you.
I know, I'm good. I just want to make sure I'm saying it. Down or down.
No, this is Amy's.
One more step.
Hi, guys. Good morning.
Good morning, Your Honor.
Yeah, Mr. Tapia and Mr. McDonald, Your Honor.
Are they both?
Judge, for both of them, I'm going to be requesting a bond.
Okay,
Actually, hold on, wait. And then if we can start with Mr. McDonald.
okay.
With Tapia, we do need a moment, Dave. I need to talk to Dave about it. I just need a moment to talk to Dave on Tapia. but I-
Okay. You want to do the other gentleman?
Yeah, let's do that.
Is this,
Mr. McDonald, Jonathan McDonald.
all right. So, Mr. McDonald, your lawyer wants me to set you a bond. I don't know anything about you. I've never met you before. I know you're going to tell me it's little bunnies jumping in the woods, but my main concern are two things. Are you a danger to the community? Number one, if you're not, and my other one is, are you going to go back to the jurisdiction you're wanted from? My other main concern is what you're wanted for, because I just don't know. So, Amy, tell us about Mr. McDonald.
Yes, Judge Fleischer. So he's wanted from Faulkner County, Arkansas for a theft by receiving 1,000 to 5,000. It's a felony. You looked at his criminal history and would be opposed to a bond at this time. He had concerns about the danger of the community. In particular, he had in 2024 an arrest that resulted in 7 open charges.
So he had 7 open charges for, did you say last year?
This year, 2024.
Oh,
Yeah. Felony possession of a firearm by certain persons, driving with license suspended, failure to pay a license fee, theft by receiving, which is separate from this one. And then a fake license plate, possession of controlled substance and possession of drug paraphernalia. He's also had in 2021 forgery dismiss, felony property dismiss, felony domestic battery 18. He's had a federal firearm charge from 98, federal assault on a postal employee from 99 that ended in probation. And he's had 2 guilty convictions for theft of property and burglary of 88. So at the time, we should be asking for no bond for those reasons.
is he on probation or parole right now? Do you know?
Not that I know of. Dave's gonna come up in a second to tell you for sure, but I don't see that he's on it now.
What's your position?
Judge, we're asking for a bond because it looks like the Faulkner County, Arkansas case is theft by receiving. It's not violent. Additionally, it was a warrant, so there's no failure to appear or any issues like that. I did,
His eighth charge this year, right?
I wasn't aware of that.
Can I speak?
Yes.
Sure.
Okay, she asked me about being arrested.
Let's not talk about the case.
Okay,
We're talking about my case. My only
Okay.
concern is, I mean, you've got 8 cases this year.
8 cases this year.
may I, to the judge? Okay, Judge. I flew into Arkansas. My mom was dying.
Whoa, let's not. talk
Well,
about that.
I have to give him some background so you can see what happened. I borrowed my ex's vehicle.
No, let's not just talk about that. Let's just not talk about that.
Okay, well, let me get to it. That's been just, I don't know why that ain't showing up. That's been dismissed. The only thing I've been charged with, the only thing I've agreed to is paraphernalia and her vehicle, not mine, her vehicle. But she's saying, everything.
Is it dismissed? Or out of the 7 charges, what happened?
I'm saying that they're
It was
arrested. Dave
dismissed.
said that they're open charges.
It was dismissed.
Still open.
That's what Dave said. But I am saying that he was arrested for that.
They're all still open.
The prosecutor dismissed all that gun stuff and all that. My lawyer just contacted me last week. The date where everything was supposed to have been done, they changed it to January 25th. I'm pleading out to the insurance and stuff on the vehicle. It wasn't my vehicle, but I'm pleading out to because I was driving it. And paraphernalia
Okay, so in
That's
January
it.
you'll be pleading.
to prepare for paraphernalia. Yeah,
So
misdemeanor.
all 7 cases are still.
Everything gone. Only thing is,
My concern is that when you have all those open cases, it makes you more of a flight risk.
I've never fled from anything. In fact, Your Honor,
But you're here.
listen, I didn't flee. I never
I
had.
think it was, they filed a new case.
They
He's saying
filed, I
that
was
it
home.
wasn't, he did not flee. It was a warrant.
Is it 2B?
Yes, that's what my client stated.
But what I will tell you, Your Honor, the conviction she made in 1999, granted, yes, I did go into federal custody. The judge gave me a self-surrender. They sent me a letter saying, be here at this time and this date. I was there. I got there June 14th, 2 o'clock,
You don't mess
1999.
with the feds.
I didn't come out till 2004. But what I'm trying to tell you is I got sent a letter to come to prison knowing I wouldn't get out for 5 years. I was there. I've never ran from anything. I'm not dangerous. I've never not answered anything. Nothing. You will never find that. I've never escaped anything. In fact, if I just be honest with you, Your Honor, I don't even really know if you give me a bond, make it. So I'm like, I told her, you know what? I just do the 14 days
So
or
you don't
whatever.
want a bond?
Well, I want one, but at the same time,
Okay, let's
if it's
just-
gonna be
let's-
a
understand.
Can I
big
just
bond.
speak for him? Thank you so
I'm
much. I
sorry.
appreciate that. Mr. McDonald also has a couple other background facts that I wanted to make you aware of, Judge. Number 1, he does have health issues when he was arrested October 26th. 2 days ago, they took him to Ben Taub. He has a prior heart attack and stents. He says he did get his insulin shot, but he's got some diabetes and high blood pressure issues. So that's just another aspect to consider.
You know, Mr. McDonald, you got to understand this life is so precious. And when you have multiple heart attacks and you're using that kind of dope, you're begging.
Oh,
If you're using any kind of dope,
I've never used drugs.
if you do, you're begging for trouble. So I'm just saying, be careful when you're out there, especially if you have all those health issues. If I were to set you a bond, it would probably be somewhere in the neighborhood of around 5 to 10,000. So that's what it would normally be with these types of fugitive cases, just so you know.
Okay, Judge, I think we'll keep our waiver.
Okay. Hi, Jay.
Days right now.
Happy Monday, man.
Monday, how are you?
Tell me about, this is Mr. Tapia?
Tapia, Johnny.
So just with the, at very little notice, but he's wanted out of New Mexico for 2 counts of aggravated battery of a household member by impeding, interfering communication, and tampering with evidence. Due to the severity of the charges and the amount of charges, is that we would be opposed to a bond. I was also seeing that he was part of a protective order back in October of this year, and it's still current. It's the temporary protective order that's still active for another month, with the, I'm presuming the one for the impeding as a protected party.
So he has 2 open aggravated assault cases by strangulation?
Strangulation or suffocation, interference with communications, battery on a household member, tampering with evidence, with, it says in parentheses, so I'm not really sure how it's, but it says, and it's verbatim, highest crime, a capital first or second degree felony. And they want no bond in New Mexico.
Yeah, I'm sorry. It's a little bit too much baggage for me, Mr. Tapia. You know, I just, with all those charges, it makes you just too much of a flight risk for me. And it's just too much. It's just too dangerous. I'm sorry.
Even if I were to buy a plane ticket the next day, Your Honor?
Can't take a plane. You've got a warrant for your arrest. You get on a plane, they're gonna arrest you the minute you try to get on. You can't take a plane. You gotta find another way. My concern is that if we let you out, you're not gonna go back. You'll take flight. And that's the main concern. Has he waived yet?
Not yet, Judge.
So the way it works now is if you waive extradition, we give that jurisdiction 14 days to come get you. And if they fail to come get you within that time, then we release you, or Harris County releases you.
So on the 15th day, I would be released.
Again, we talked about that, but again, the law says up to 30 days. Most likely it's 14 days, but except for extenuating circumstances, which we
The law
discussed.
says 30, but we have so many people in Harris County and so many people in jail. As a courtesy, we do 14 days, right? Sometimes, every so often, they'll ask for an extension. I may grant it, I may not. It depends on how much they want, you know. But typically, by and large, it's 14 days. And if they don't come within that time, they file a dismissal and they release you. But you got to understand, even if that happens, the warrant is always there and it will always remain there until you go back and take care of it.
Yes, sir. That's
So-
what I want to do is just take care of it. So,
Well, we'll get you there for free here soon.
and is it up to you guys or is it up to Albuquerque
It's
to?
up to them to actually come and get you. So we reach out to them and let them know, hey, we've got Mr. Tapi here. Can you come get him? And then depending on how many people. Like, is it Albert? You said
Yeah,
Albuquerque?
it's New Mexico, it's Albuquerque.
From New Mexico, you know, they may want to try to get everybody at the same time. So that's where they try to arrange it all at one time. They don't want to come back and forth because it's thousands of dollars that they're spending just to come get you. You know, it's expensive. It's not cheap. And I'll tell you this too, guys, you know, when you pick up multiple fugitive cases, depending on where jurisdiction you're from, they may try to recover that money from you. So you got to be careful. You don't keep picking these cases up because they're going to charge you.
I didn't even know I had a warrant out. That's so,
Well, be careful, you know.
yes, sir.
Yeah. Okay, guys. What, did you want to waive formal extradition?
I believe that's what I signed, right? I waived it.
The 14 days?
Yes, the
Is
14
that
days.
what you want to do?
Yes, yes.
Okay, guys, we wish you the best of luck, okay?
Thank you, Judge.
Thank you, Your Honor.
All right, gentlemen, you're gonna go right back through that door again for me. I'll be grabbing this.